Here we go, guys. Welcome to the grand final of the Nations Cup between Brazil B and Finland A. Thank you, Helene, for moving me into the game again. So, with this island is look at the between Stark and FH. That's weird. It's gonna be really annoying
colors.
potentially. Say what?
What colors?
Purple and yellow.
There you go.
So we have Stark in purple playing as Japanese, yellow FH playing as Mongols, Miguel in the red color as Vikings, and then Dogao as Huns. Similar saves on the other side for Finland. Zup in blue as Mongols, Max as Huns, Japanese for Velez, and then Pike with Vikings. So do we expect all to go full front docks and full aggression, or do we think...
I think Finland will not do front docks. Well, they're already putting like back dock villages. Yeah. Actually, they got some extra boars on the island as well.
Well, I mean, looking at the backside of Finland, they have a really nice fish here.
Yeah, was like thinking just lure those extra boars with scouts and do fast castle.
Zup is going to the right side as well, so he's doing a... I mean, they're playing like side back dock. I like this. But they do give up all the map control in the front, so
well, they have to look at the freaking villas. Where can he make dock in front? Would take him so long.
Of course, but we never know if this was their plan all along, if they're like adapting to the map. Brazil is going full forward docks. They really want to just play full Grush War, just why they picked this map. And yeah, seems like they're not going to be allowed to do that. Question now is just whether Brazil will transition and do a landing of some sorts, since they have full control on the front now.
But seriously, they should use those extra boars. They're so freaking close as well.
The ones with Stark and FH, or purple and yellow, sorry.
Yes. No. Green, villas. Look at those boars in the middle. Two extra boars there, sitting. Can you take it with villager?
Look at the boars for FH and Stark. They're even closer, and that's 3 boars.
I wonder why nobody is using that extra boars on Team Island for team game at least.
Well, I mean, they don't really... I mean, Brazil at least, they're just going 2 boars and fast up, so they aren't thinking about it. But for the fast castle guys, they can probably do it.
Especially Fiji is being Mongols, so those boars will be amazing. He will definitely use them. There is no way he will not.
Well, he should just drop.
There.
Yeah.
All the ones you get loom, those boars are no problem to take.
Did he went up without loom as well? VH? Yep, no loom as well. They really want to pile under pressure early on. I mean, FH didn't even take one of his starting boars, so he probably lured one boar from the middle then.
Yeah, he was luring deers. Probably didn't.
No, but there are 2 boars as well eaten. But he still has 1 boar left over.
Oh yeah. Yeah, true.
So yeah, FH is a little bit late with his second dock.
It won't matter, they did back docks anyway.
Yeah.
I wonder if they will do classic uptime, or they will go for a bit more greedy economy play. Well,
both flanks are up. Only the pockets of Finnish team are not up yet, so they're going for a little bit more greedy. Now the question is, will they add fish right away as they realize that they're against back docks, or will they transport, or will they just keep making galleys?
Well, I like Finland's position here, especially because Viking is flank and Japanese pocket with those extra fishing. It's a better build, I think.
Hun's pocket with free fish as well is also really good.
Yeah.
Slurin deer as well. Yeah, I mean, very nice position here.
Only about if flanks can hold long enough.
Yeah.
And there is Viking player for Brazil. Oh, it's a pocket player.
I like what Finland did. None of them used their scouts to bring boar, because since they're going back docks, obviously you want to have a full HP scout in case of a landing.
So that's a good point.
I really like that they didn't use their scouts at all. Now they're just keeping all their scouts on the front, just in case they are getting landed.
Who would you prefer here? I prefer Finland position.
I always like to have the initiative and control over the front, but Finland is looking in a decent spot as well. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Well, you like to add some extra fishers once you see enemies backdock, and they're not doing that.
Well, if you know you're against backdock, just send your first galleys forward and then add 2 or 3 fishing ships your own. Suddenly you're on the same fisher count and you have the front control over the front. Fiat is even doing 4 docks. Oh, no, he just removed it. He was adding a 4th dock.
Pike is in problem here.
Yeah, he's getting doubled hard. This is the problem with backdocks. He has Vikings though, and he has 4 docks, so he might be able to catch up.
Yeah, but he will probably lose his fishers. And...
yeah.
But then again, Japanese will be in a lead, and he's actually already sending 3 galleys. They may actually be fine.
I mean, the whole point of this is anyway just to make your pocket strong, so...
It's like free sling.
Yeah, pretty much. Right south, Zup is in a pickle as well. It's getting kind of overrun by Togao's galleys here. Not looking too good for Finland, I must say. Losing all their fish, and both flanks are in big trouble here.
It's kind of flanks made those docks very far away, I feel. It should be more at the back.
I think the docks are fine, at least for a pike. Right side should have been further back, I agree. But I think pikes are fine since when you look at green stocks.
But even, yeah, that's true, but green should be more back and pike docks should be where green docks are, so... What those couple of extra seconds really matters here.
When did you become such a good water player?
I'm always good, I'm just sucked at microing.
Alright. But yeah, both flanks are really struggling for Finland, but... Oh, now Stark is kind of wasting some galleys here. Oh, he's wasting a lot of HP on those galleys. Oh, but you can still do pike patrol in user patch 1.4, right?
To be honest, I don't know what is pike patrol.
It's the one where you just constantly spam patrol to catch up and like shoot all the like as you're moving far.
I never did that in my life.
No, but we have done it against you.
Yeah.
You see what Pike is doing with his galleys right now. I mean, it's become pike patrol. I don't think he was the first one who did it. He's just more because he always does it.
That's cheating.
He's getting caught now though, so he's gonna lose all his galleys.
That's what you get for cheating like that.
Well, you think microing is cheating, so...
Obviously, just sit and fight. Don't hit and run me.
And now Villes is fighting. I don't like the way Finland are using their army here. They're just kind of... They're taking bad fights and just hurting themselves. And the pockets aren't even getting faster up. I think Miguel just used the market. He's probably going to go up faster.
But look at the Miguel fishers. He did add quite a few.
Yeah.
And actually, Fish did use extra war, so... You know, those extra like, he put so many rules on very... Just make that on freaking 3 wars, you're a Mongol.
I agree. Well, Max is first one to go up. But still, even that's a pretty slow time for having that fish boom. Like in the safe fish in the back. But he did do 4 docks though to make galleys and fuel age.
He got a lot of galleys.
Yeah. Well, Villes has a lot of galleys as well. Still much rather prefer Brazil's position. I think the flanks misplayed their engagements really bad in the early game.
It's because of dock positions.
And they're trying to jump on top of the units when they're clearly not going to take the efficient fight.
They're really using this pike patrol.
Yeah, I mean...
to start using that as well.
It doesn't work on user patch 1.5, it's been fixed.
Now when I know about it, it's not working.
I remember I did it against Chris in 2013. He was like, what the hell? What is this? As well. You old guys know nothing. He was like, how are your galleys moving faster?
Well, Mike is real.
Well, I mean, it's the problem here is that all the Brazilian players are gonna have healthy, good booming economies. While I think both flanks of Finland are gonna really struggle.
Behind, yeah. Especially to get castle age, those fishing ships really matter.
Yep. Miguel and Dogao could also just sit back and take the docks of Supi altogether, if they wanted to right now. You can't tell as well that it's low. Oh, look, see, look at it. Pike is trying to push that pike patrol so hard that he forces himself
but is it working
them.
Now or not?
No, it's not paying off because he gets really bad engagements.
It's definitely working.
Well, now it is, yeah, but if you count throughout this game, look at his KD, it's 10-23.
But look, now he's doing it really good. How did they not know about this?
How can you not have? We've done it against you for 2-3 years.
I never noticed.
God.
Oh my god, this is so freaking good. No wonder I was losing.
You don't do it with archers either? Like we've done it with archers as well, with skirms.
No.
With cav archers.
Can you do it with knights?
No.
Why not?
Because what's the point? They are melee units.
To move faster.
Point to do it is to... I mean, you don't move faster necessarily, it's just that you move and your front archers or galleys will shoot and the ones in the back will not, and to get back into position the front ones will still go forward into their natural shape, so the back ones are pushing them forward, if you get what I mean.
And why didn't you explain me this like 2 years ago?
I assumed you knew about it.
No, it's because you wanted to win tournaments and yeah.
Like I needed that to win you on water.
Of course you did.
Dude, you and your micro.
Yeah, I beat Fire on water and he's best water player.
Alright, so Stark dropping a 5th dock. Still 1 town center. Fiat is playing 1 town center. Miguel is playing 1 town center. Dogao is playing 1 town center. Not sure if I like that.
Well, they wanna push the edge and take fully water.
Yeah, but they have full map control already. Why not get some economy behind it?
But I actually prefer full water now. If they surrender, it's game over right there. You don't need economy.
Against some Finland getting some good fights on the left side now. I mean, as Supi and Pike hits. Zupi and Pike hits Castle Age. Now Stark is down to 15 galleys. He's done some really bad engages here. I mean, military count? Isn't Finland ahead? No, it's very similar. Very close.
Well, Stark is behind and Zupi as well. Well, it's kind of standard when you're Mongol to be behind.
Yeah. Fire says he won 1 game 4 years ago in caps lock.
Look at him.
And he says check best of 11 and see score.
Fire, we can do new best of 11 whenever you want. Oh my god, everybody's Pike patrolling. Seriously, how I never noticed this?
It's been done, like everyone has been doing this in water. Even on land with archers for years.
Maybe it's because I never freaking watch record games or something.
Or because you never pay attention to micro, you just patrol and you look away.
Exactly, when I play I don't notice, but if I watch records, I would notice this.
Well, you've casted water games before.
It wasn't used so efficiently like here.
Of course it was.
No, then how I didn't notice it before?
I don't know. Like last time, same words, 6-1 score, GG, says Fire.
Oh, Fire. What was your score against Fire, DJ?
Me against Fire?
Yeah.
I think it was 3-3.
I'm losing 3 games against Fire.
You lost 6.
That was on AOC and it was long ago.
What's the point? What's your point? Alright. I feel like we're getting a little bit off topic here, but it's not.
Maybe.
It's not too much to talk about. It's just galleys fighting.
Then you can say AOC is nothing to talk. It's just units fighting around. Seriously, you're not good at casting.
Well, I'm watching the battles. I mean, no. I mean, the Finnish team is adding town centers at least. I like that. I prefer town centers. This is like this goes late game most of the time, I would say. with the way this is playing out right now. While Brazil is still playing full 1TC, all of them.
Yeah. And Brazil on the right side is also wasting a lot of galleys.
Well, they're trying to push this issue too hard. But, I mean, look at Villes, he has like 20 vills ahead of most guys. But Pike on the other end is very far behind. We'll see, but I feel like this still goes Imperial Age, so I would like to see more economy from Brazilian players.
Let me check villager count.
Red Panther, Pike Patrol doesn't work with the new user patch. They fixed that bug. So there was no point for me to make
real boom,
a video on that. Well, I still feel like Brazil are just being a little bit too aggressive. They're trying to like go get down their throat right away.
Well, on the right side it's kind of working out.
Yeah, but I mean they're gonna trap themselves there. Like they have gonna have units come from behind now, and green and gray can also help. So Tugao will lose all of those units. Yeah, that's sloppy.
That's horrible.
But Miguel and Tugao will lose everything as well.
No, actually they can trap other side as well.
They can, but it's such a long like reinforcements distance.
Because they got pushed so far back.
I still prefer the adding town centers approach. This seems more solid as the game goes on.
Only because you like super safe play. That's boring.
I don't like super safe play. I like controlled risk.
You like super safe, hide behind hills and micro. That's no fun.
It works.
I miss all days when people are actually forwarding.
I can forward you if you want.
But in all days you weren't even making villagers to forward.
Wait, what? You weren't making villagers to... Wait,
yeah,
what
I
do you mean?
Like, for example, you remember player Capoch?
Yeah.
He went double range, skirm forward. He killed me like 7-8 villagers, I resigned, and I got more villagers than him.
So you just not make vills, just make army?
Yeah, something like that.
Makes sense.
That was good old days.
Why is the Max fighting? Go back! Well, if they're gonna keep fighting like this, they're gonna lose, no matter what.
Now they will cut off reinforcements, so left side will catch up as well. And also good point is that they lost all fishing while Brazil got their fishers alive.
Yeah, that's true. Miguel is pretty close to getting Imperial clicking Imperial as well.
I was about to say that to speed up Imperial Age.
Well, actually added 2 town centers though. I think that's a good choice, the Huns player, because he might want to land Paladin or something later on as well. It's impossible to play here. Sorry, but wait, they must be having some issues. Maybe they're lagging with water play. Computers are weak. I don't know.
Oh, demo ship. This is not
Where?
follow king.
Where?
Well, it goes up.
Yeah, now Dogao and Miguel will lose all their units there. They keep chasing.
Well, imagine if this was on Bolo Kingdom with 5 ships and all the fun units.
That would have been fun. Longboats.
Oh yeah. Really need a good team game tournament in Bolo Kingdom.
Condos. Ballista elephants. All that good stuff. Well, Villes is going to imp Miguel, Stark and Fiege. So 3 Brazilians, 1 Finnish guy. I mean, village count still. I mean, Finland are ahead now in villagers, but again, they're not ahead on the map.
Well, score is very close. I don't know how. I feel like Brazil won it.
Well, 3 of the Brazilian players are on the way to imp. That affects it a little bit.
Oh, Max will lose everything again.
Yeah, but they're chasing them nice. They're getting some pickoffs of the tail. Not too bad. Lugao is on the way to imp as well now, so they're gonna be 4 Brazilian players in Imperial against 1 Finnish player. Look, they have to research Cardo and it costs resources.
Oh, no. Why is Spike sitting with the army not more? Finally he moves.
Yeah, the game is they're having lags on their computers with all the water moving. Game is spiking a little bit. Well, Brazil is just gonna sit back now and wait for Imperial, and then they're gonna... The guy was doing scale barding armor. Did he already land, or... Zup is dropping a castle in front of his main gold. Actually, that's really bad for Finland as well. Like, if they don't control that middle area then they can't probably trade.
Oh, I just remember our game. You remember when Tyrant was the Grand Cab, me and Helen? Team Island game? I think it was the deciding game.
Against RVK? Against us?
Yes.
That was 3v3 though, right?
Yeah.
I probably didn't play.
Because you were the weakest player, obviously.
Not according to Cap.
Your team didn't let you play.
I was new back then, I can't blame them. But what about that game?
It was like really good game. I remember, maybe because I was excited winning it. I didn't expect us to win. You know, Grant wasn't even bothered to practice.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you see as well? It feels like the game is going lagging.
Really bad.
I feel like their computers there probably aren't the best. When there's so many galleys running around, it usually lags. If you have a bad computer.
Yes, they're big units.
That is true.
Huh?
Well, the Imperial ages are kicking in. Max is gonna be Imp as well soon, but still Pike and Zuppy are gonna be so far from Imp. It's just gonna be really hard for them to ever avoid taking a fight here. They're getting pushed and squeezed into their corner from both sides.
Yeah, if they...
Oh, Zuppy is slinging.
Time, it's maybe not over, but if they force fight, it's kind of over.
Zuppy is slinging to the max.
You think he's sling freaking Viking player?
I mean, that's the weird part. Is he slinging the max for water, or... I mean, the Viking player is in Castle Age still, so I guess it makes a little bit sense. They feel like they need Imperial strength right away. But it's still weird that they're slinging Huns, unless they want to go for some kind of land play.
Well, maybe it's fine because Max lost all his galleys and don't want to waste more resources rebuilding. But then again, look how much docks he got and he's still making.
Well, Max is the one who's being slung.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm tired and I can't go it, so leave me alone.
It's a blue player is slinging orange player.
There you go. You need to help me there.
Yeah, sorry. They're getting squeezed now into a corner.
Yeah, that makes sense because blue player got no unit.
Oh, look at all these. Look at all these galleons on top of each other. Where are they gonna go? I mean, fighting under docks though can be really helpful because a lot of galleys will be shooting at the docks.
Imperial Age army against Castle Age.
Look, they have all their armors in one screen. Oh, this is gonna be laggy for them.
This is actually fun. I never saw battle like this.
They're getting squeezed from both sides. There's like 200 galleys in the same screen.
They might break it on the bottom.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Pike patrol, come faster.
I feel like Finland is taking a decent fight here.
Yeah, finally they joined the fight.
Max catching some galleys off guard as well from the left side, from the right side. I feel like Finland did a good fight there. Stark is sending a transport ship into the fight as well.
Every unit matters. But you can't never take cost-efficient fight when you're fighting with Castle Age galleys.
Yeah. But I think that was a decent fight for Finland.
Because time was a bit off. Top army joined a bit late.
Yeah. And also fighting next to the docks. Never ideal. So, is Togao making stables at home, or is he... He's doing Paladin. Oh, yeah, he's dropped stables now on Zuppy's land, and he's already doing Paladin upgrades, so... Miguel is doing Cannon Galleons as well. It's gonna be hard to find a counter to this. Stables.
Well, Zuppy is making to castle and probably will go for Mangudai.
Zuppy is doing scale barding armor. Is he going camels?
That wouldn't make much sense, especially because he's castle age.
Yeah, but he's doing scale barding armor, that's the weird part.
He got 3 castles, just make Melodai. You already got upgrades on them.
It's still castle age Mangudais though. He's adding a stable now. I feel like he's 2 stables, I feel like he's doing camels. But it's still gonna be fighting Paladin.
Imagine if they got condos for landing.
No, Zup is Imperial Age. He's doing heavy camel.
Yeah.
Okay. Miguel will probably add cannon galleons though, pretty soon as well. And he can take down a couple of castles with those. Zup is doing Mangudai now as well though. Camels and Mangudai.
Well, that's okay. Some camels for me chill.
He wouldn't have the numbers anyway.
Well, he does have 120 villagers, he is full economy.
Yeah.
Pike is actually very poor economy.
I think that's Pike's style. He likes to play low villager and just full galleys. Oh, bad move by Stark on the left side. Very good fight here for Finland because of that. Stark just sent all his galleys into the enemy galleys without shooting.
But I think soon it will be full 2 against 1 because Pike is like out of the game. 60 villagers only.
He is, but he is Vikings. He just needs like 50 lumberjacks and 10 on gold and then he's good to go. Stark? Oh, I didn't see this.
Yeah, towers.
Stark tried to drop a castle and he got denied by 5 towers. Hey, look, they're catching up. They're doing well on the right side as well now. The paladins are still wreaking havoc on the economy and the cannon galleons took out the castle.
That Finland is holding so well.
Yeah, they're doing a very good job. It's still looking really tough for them, but they're doing a very good job in making Brazil fight for the win. The landing of the Gao though is looking hard to deal with.
But their island shape is so ugly. Look at those cannons.
Yeah, can hit everything, and Tugao is just spreading stables all over the map now.
And even the main gold is there as well. It's like 10 galleys there, and
yeah. They can't even trade properly.
No, if their island shape was a bit better, maybe they would have a chance, but this is such a big deal.
Yep. I think the villager counts. I mean, look at the middle, many villagers Tugao is getting away with. Killing so many vills. And the cannon galleons are just killing everything they have on land as well.
They even start to trade. That's a bit greedy.
Ooh, Finland?
Yeah, I see Max is making trade cards.
Yeah. Well, better early than late. Better
the problem is for the Zopi, he can't use any gold. All 3 gold piles are denied.
But then he's not on water. So it's not, I mean... Yeah, it's rough. But he's Mongols. Mongols is the early game player. He doesn't need to necessarily be too much in the game.
Yeah, well, he needs to hold the landing.
Yeah. Brazil team has a lot of markets up now. They're gonna start trading too.
Oh, I mean, even though castles are going down,
couldn't you make
them in the best place?
Couldn't you make a case for Spanish instead of Mongols on this map? Especially if you're going back, Doc.
Yeah, for example, on normal island, Mongols probably better, but on Team Island, Spanish might be better.
I mean, like, especially, I mean, if you're going side back, Doc, like they did anyway, why do you want Mongols?
But I guess it wasn't their plan to do it. It was a map like that,
might
so
be.
they had to do it.
Might be. Okay, Spanish or Saracens in that case. Stark sent 1600 gold to Tugao. They just really want paladins all over the place. I mean, you can just look at populations. Their Finnish team is struggling. Every single player is struggling with population. And then Brazil is like full pop capped.
Oh, will that castle go up?
Which one? Which one?
The towers.
Oh, he's going for it. Is it a doubt castle? Oh, 97, 98, 99, 100. There we go. No doubt castle. Well, it was a doubt castle before. In fairness. And they are calling the GG. Well, very well played by Brazil. A little bit questionable defense and engagements from Finland early game, I would say.
Finland was a bit unlucky with island position.
Were they though?
Well, they had to go to the back dock. There was no way to go front.
They had such good fish in the back though. It was like
that's true as well.
There was a lot of potential with this.
But I think they didn't practice for back dock. Seems like their strategy was front dock.
I feel like they did. Like it was a good strategy though. It's just like execution from flanks. Like you said earlier as well, Suppi should have been further back with his docks and probably the left side as well. But
now you agree with me.
But like just the way they engaged at the start as well, and Suppi with those pike patrols. No, Pike with those pike patrols. It's like they didn't really benefit him. He was forcing the issue too much and then ended up hurting himself, I felt like.
But on that side, they were actually doing more than fine. Other side was losing.
Well, they did fine, but they were like they should have been much better off. They had Viking on that side. Like they should have. Pike should have pretty much been able to hold the side on his own as Viking. He shouldn't have been in that position he ended up being in. Let's check the achievements. The guy with the most kills makes sense because he had those paladin raids. And otherwise, Suppi with a very bad KD. But yeah, I guess Brazil was favorites in this map. This is their home map after all, so it makes sense.
Which map is it now? Is it again home map?
Pike never got over 65 vills. Let's have a look, shall we? Seems like it's a home map again now. Yes, home map for Finland A.
I hope it's Black Forest.
Do you know? Well, let's have a look at the scene and venue again. See if we recognize some more Chinese guys. Wait, who is that in the middle? That seems like an...
I see nobody in the middle.
No, he walked to the left now. Okay, never mind. Yeah, GG. The centering. Did they send... Oh, they're going to centering. Oh, I like...
Is that map with no TC, right?
Yeah, you start in the middle on each isle in the water, and then there's land around in a ring.
I think we found out the best strategy is 2 players make first TC on the big island.
Well, we have the best strat.
I think it was like that.
Do you remember who went for the TCs in the middle and who went on the outside?
I was Mans and I was outside.
That's all you ever will remember.
Of course, I did my role.
Well, we found out that Vikings was not a good save to go water with. Because they were just too slow. So yeah. Chinese and Persians should go water, and Vikings and Mayans to the side, and Vikings would usually sling.
I don't think it was even Vikings.